This video is sponsored by Com2Us. What is going on, fellow fans of mobile gaming? It is your host, Galadon, and that's right, I am playing Skylanders Ring of Heroes, and actually I'm playing it a lot. I'm really enjoying this game, and if you haven't tried it out, definitely give it a try. The link is in the description. You can download it and play with me. If there's room in my guild, you are welcome to join, and perhaps I might be starting a new guild soon. But let's talk about just some general tips and tricks right here. Obviously, there is a lot of depth to this game, and if you're familiar with Skylanders at all, you're going to love Skylanders Ring of Heroes, and I'm just scratching the surface right now. Now, obviously, I have leveled up some of my Skylanders pretty well. I have a lot left to summon, and a long ways to go. I haven't even touched awakening a Skylander yet. I'm looking forward to that, but I definitely have been powering them up. I've been evolving them. I did make the mistake of powering up low-level runes. You should wait and power up your big starred runes, like those 4-star runes. That is definitely something better to do than powering up the regular runes. So wait just a little bit till you start to pick up some good runes. Look for those bonuses, the set bonuses from having 2 or 4 of the same runes. That makes a big difference for each of your individual Skylanders. Now, we're going to go ahead and summon Crypt King for the very first time because he looked pretty sweet. And I've seen other players using him, so I thought I would pick up Crypt King. But each individual Skylander has different skills, and you'll notice we can already power him up. Because we've got the Soul Stones, we can go ahead and power him up a little bit. So just for an example, we'll show how that works. You've got to go out there and farm the different items that you need in order to power up. But once you've done that, and that's relatively easy, I'll tell you right now, you can pick up a lot of these materials, especially the upgrade elixirs. You'll notice I kind of have a lot. But we'll get into exactly how and where to upgrade those things and to farm those things in a little bit. Let's go back home just for a second, and you'll notice adventures, bottom right. That's where I'm progressing through the natural content of the game, through the singing forest, and you can see each of these focuses on a different element. That's important to pay attention to when you're farming. And then, of course, the Distorted Dimensions, one of my favorite places to hang out. Now, you've got all these different dungeons, and you'll notice as some close, others open, so it's a good idea to keep checking this out. You can work your way through the more and more difficult and advanced dungeons, and then right here you can check out the drop info. They're the ores. That's what you are going to want to pick up in order to upgrade your Skylanders. So that's why it's good to come back here, and again, you can focus on different elemental ores depending upon which Skylanders you're working on. Now, right now, I'm up to the Rainbow Valley, and this guy, I believe his name is Pinata. He is a pain. He is a big old candy pinata. Get it? Pinata? And yeah, so we're working on defeating him, but we need to upgrade our Skylanders a bit more before we do that. And there's lots of ways to do that. One of the things I've been doing is in the arena, testing your skills. You're going up against other opponents, other real-life opponents, and you're earning great rewards from doing this. And it starts out, you will duel players of increasing level and increasing points, so it's not too difficult. Right here, you can see I have a bit of an advantage over this other player. But as you progress, it definitely gets harder, and you find yourself running into some tough opponents. Now, speaking of a new Skylander I just summoned, he's got it, my opponent does over there. So we're going to let this run out. And you can see that obviously constructing a team of Skylanders is important as far as team synergy. And each Skylander, can serve as a healer, a damage dealer, it can be a support character, and it's important to work on a balance of all 3 of those when you're putting together a team that's going to help you progress. And again, the elemental interaction. I know I talked about this in the last video. It's critical to pay attention to that, not only what you're bringing as far as your Skylanders and your villain, but what you are facing, whether it be in PvP or if you're out in the dungeons and you're farming. It's best to keep an eye on those interactions. You can click on the interactions table before you go into battle to remind yourself, and once you've done this enough, you'll kind of remember which elements have an advantage over which other elements and which are weak to others. Again, keep that in the back of your mind at all times. So we're just about to finish this PvP, Galadon versus Lamp. You can again see I've got a big level advantage, but it's going to get harder. We'll take it for now. We get the win, and you get arena medals stack those up. You've got some great items that you can purchase using arena medals a little bit later on. Now also, you've got quests, missions of all sorts here. We're going to check out the quests. This is, again, Pinata, the painful Pinata candy guy. I'm working on it, okay? We're going to upgrade Skylanders in a little bit, and we'll go back and defeat him by the next video for sure. And again, he is the final chapter of the Rainbow Valley, and as you can see, it progresses. You have to unlock each in order to move on. So for now, we're going to pop back over into the distorted dimensions. We're going to be farming one of the water dungeons. Here you can see we can edit our team. So we've got our team of Skylanders. You click edit, and now you can swap out any of the other Skylanders that you want, bring them into your team, and then of course you can also change their skills. So each Skylander has multiple skills. You need to unequip one of the default skills if you want to equip a different skill. For instance, here on Spitfire, we're going to bring in Flame-Nado instead of Speed Demon because, well, it just looks pretty strong to me. And again, I'm still experimenting with these. You need to remember that each skill requires a different amount of mana, has a different cooldown. So it's, again, something that you can work with adjusting based upon the results that you're seeing in the battles. So we're going to go ahead and get this one underway, and again, this is the Distorted Dimensions, so these battles are going to be 3 rounds. In the 3rd round, the boss comes out, and that's where you really get tested in some of the higher levels. Now, I did pick a dungeon that wasn't too advanced. I don't want to get pushed too hard this time, because I don't want to lose right now. But again, there's a lot to be changed as far as if there is difficulty defeating a certain boss. Maybe you can go back, switch up your team, or switch up their individual skills and get through it. Right here, we are going to fly through the 1st round. Not too bad. I'm using, again, I'm switching up Skylanders all the time, almost every single battle, because I'm still learning and I'm trying to see how each Skylander does individually, how it does with other Skylanders, and again, looking at the timing, the amount of mana, the cooldown, because those things can become critical. Early on, I was going with just really low mana, quick cooldown attacks, but as I'm moving on, I'm seeing that some of these bigger mana attacks are really powerful and can damage the whole opposing team or even help your entire team of Skylanders. Because remember, there's much more to just dealing and receiving damage. There are buffs, there are debuffs, there is healing happening, and here is the big boss. So we're in round 3, and we are going to take on the Water Destroyer. Now, again, he sounds tough, but we're pretty powerful right now as far as versus his level. So we're going to get through this. Again, there's lots of different ways that you can run these battles. If you are farming, there's even a button where you can run through the battles 10 times, and that is going to help you level up those Skylanders, get the items that you need in order to accomplish whatever it is you're focused on. And again, the depth of this game, I tell you, there are so many different things to keep you entertained. Even building your hometown, building those structures and upgrading them is an important key to progressing through the game more quickly, because then you pick up all sorts of things like potions, gold, energy more quickly as well. And energy is critical because that's what you're using to conduct battles just like this one. So we're almost done, just about to finish off the boss, and as we do, we will get the rewards. And again, you'll see that dependent upon which dungeons you are entering, that is going to determine what your rewards are. So again, if you're looking for a specific Skylander to level up, then it's important to remember that you're going to find them in specific places, and thus the whole idea of farming. So let's finish this guy off with one final blow. All right, here we go. And here you can see on the right-hand side, we've got the 3-star victory, and we've got some experience for all of our Skylanders that we brought along, and there are the rewards and critical water ore right there, using to level up my water Skylanders. So let's just go back home for a second and again review. Look at all the stuff that's going on here. You've got duels, challenges, adventures, quests, and you're going to get notified when things are popping up. You'll see the dot right there. You definitely want to get into your missions because you get massive rewards for completing all of these missions. There's daily, weekly, and all sorts of different categories for completing missions. And then, I haven't even really touched on this yet, but join a guild. It is a great way to get a lot of cool rewards, and you can request stones. That's right, you can donate, and you can also request specific soul stones that you want to receive to help you level up your Skylanders even more quickly. And there's no better way to get instant soul stones than joining a guild. My guild is called ABC. If we're full, you're welcome to join a different one, or maybe we could start a full attack guild. I'm thinking it's possible. Let me know, and I will see you next time for more Skylanders Ring of Heroes, and of course, more Skylanders Full Attacks.